How can we protect the kids?
Well, we devote a whole chapter to minors and their computer use, and we talk about, you need to, at an early age, you need to start with some kind of parameters for when they can use their computers and the controls. We talk about user agreements with them. Either, we have links to written agreements that you would enter into with your child, or, something you can discuss with them. One of the big things is, look, they don't need to go to bed with their cell phone. Their cell phone should not be going to bed with them. Cell phone needs to be charged in a public area, and it needs to be there so they can see it. A lot of these things are happening, you know, uh, via the cell phone. You can, say, look, we're going to check your computer. We're going to go on periodically and look at your cell phone. We're going to look at who you're texting, and actually look at the device. The same with the computer. We're going to look at your history. We do talk about installing monitoring software, and we just explain in the U.S. there's some legal issues of, depending on where you're installing it, you might need to have if you're at a two-party state, both parties of a communication have to be aware that the computer's being monitored. In other states, it's just one person, but that opens up some legal issues. But monitoring software is an option. It's something we talk about, and the legal ramifications, and maybe seek legal advice on that. And there are certain circumstances where you may want to do that in case your kid's being victimized as a cyberbullying or cyber harassment. We also talk about red flags. Maybe your kid's being victimized, and maybe they're withdrawing from the family. Maybe they're spending more time than is normal on the computer. Maybe they're spending less time. Maybe they're not doing the same activities that they used to. Maybe they're not eating. Maybe they're engaging in cutting behavior, cutting themselves, or talking about suicide. Those are all red flags that maybe there's something going on, at least on the, in the online environment, that is causing that. And you need to, investigate it, find out what's going on. But we talk about those red flags. But it really goes, instilling in your kids early on, what is appropriate, what they need to come to talk to you about. And, you've got to have that open communication. So you can bring in the tech aspects, the monitoring software, checking their computers and all that, but you really have to develop that rapport and that openness with them. And we also, talk about, what devices, what age group is appropriate. Like, you don't want to give a 5-year-old a cell phone. But, we have a suggested range of devices that they might consider for each age group.